One of the things that I've learned in waiting on God is that a lot of times we are confused with what waiting means, and we're like, all right, so I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to sit in this chair and relax this entire time until God tells me something. And the whole thing about it is, in waiting, you actually grow closer to God. It's the opposite of just sitting down and relaxing and just staring at the ocean, but it's growing in your communication with God. It's praying more. It's reading your Bible more. It's growing closer to God while God does His work in your life. And a lot of people, they take that the opposite way, and it's like, well, I'm just going to sit here, or I'm not going to be active in church, or I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to wait. And then, and then you ask them, so what are you doing, with your life and this and that? And they're like, well, I'm just waiting on God. So, you going to Bible studies or anything? It's like, well, I'm just waiting on God, and that's the complete opposite. Is like, there's big decisions in your life that you wait for on God. It's like a leadership position. Wait for God to tell you to become a leader. Don't just take it. But it doesn't mean that you can't participate in a group. It doesn't mean that you can't participate in other things going on. And that's one of the things that I've seen in a lot of people, and even in my own self. I was like, well, I'm not going to do nothing until God does something. And so you get cold and you stop doing stuff. And that's just also another thing that the enemy uses to bring distraction in our lives. So we have to be very cautious on how we approach those things. It's okay if I say that I am waiting on God to answer a prayer or to lead me in a certain direction. That means that I need to get deeper into the Word. Yeah. That means that my relationship with God needs to grow more.